Welcome to the audiobook summary of The Lean Startup by Ries. This groundbreaking book introduces a systematic, scientific approach to entrepreneurship and innovation. With its focus on building sustainable businesses through continuous learning and adaptation, The Lean Startup has become essential reading for aspiring entrepreneurs, startups, and even established organizations looking to embrace agility. In this summary, we'll break down Ries's core principles, including validated learning, rapid experimentation, and the build, measure, learn feedback loop, offering actionable insights for anyone interested in creating successful ventures. Part 1. The Lean Startup Approach. Ries begins by challenging traditional approaches to business creation, emphasizing the need for agility in a world of constant change. He describes the lean startup method as rooted in the principles of lean manufacturing and focused on efficiency, waste reduction, and continuous improvement. Ries adapts these concepts to startups where uncertainty and risk are high. A core idea is that startups are not smaller versions of established companies. Instead, they operate in a state of experimentation where assumptions about customers, markets, and products must be continuously tested. The lean startup approach encourages entrepreneurs to adopt a scientific mindset, treating each decision as a hypothesis to be tested. Ries introduces the concept of a minimum viable product, MVP, the simplest version of a product that can be tested in the market. The goal of an MVP is to gather maximum validated learning with minimal resources. By launching an MVP, startups can quickly test assumptions, gather feedback, and iterate based on real-world data, avoiding the costly mistake of building something no one wants. Part 2. Validated learning and the build, measure, learn loop. Validated learning is at the heart of the lean startup methodology. Ries argues that success is not measured by vanity metrics, such as website traffic or social media likes, but by learning whether a business idea is viable. This learning comes from running experiments and analyzing the results to determine whether the startup is moving closer to or farther from its goals. The build, measure, learn loop is the framework for this process. 1. Build. Create a minimum viable product MVP to test an idea. 2. Measure. Use metrics to assess the MVP's performance and gather customer feedback. 3. Learn. Use the data to refine the product, pivot if necessary, or persevere with the current strategy. Ries emphasizes the importance of speed in completing this loop. The faster a startup cycles through the build, measure, learn loop, the faster it can iterate, improve, and achieve product-market fit. Startups should prioritize learning over perfection, as this enables them to adapt quickly to changing circumstances. Part 3. Pivot or persevere. One of the most critical decisions entrepreneurs face is whether to pivot or persevere. A pivot involves a fundamental change to the product, business model, or target audience based on validated learning. Ries explains that pivots are not failures. They are opportunities to refine the business based on evidence. He identifies several types of pivots, including zoom-in pivot, focusing on one feature of the product as the main offering. Zoom-out pivot, expanding the product's scope to include additional features. Customer segment pivot, targeting a different audience based on market feedback. Technology pivot, leveraging new technology to achieve the same goal. The decision to pivot or persevere should be guided by metrics and data rather than emotions or assumptions. Entrepreneurs must remain objective, using feedback to determine whether their current approach is leading to sustainable growth. Part 4. Innovation accounting and measuring progress. Traditional accounting methods, which emphasize profitability and efficiency, fall short for startups in their early stages. Startups need a different approach to measure progress towards sustainable growth, and Ries introduces innovation accounting as the solution. Innovation accounting consists of 3 key steps. 1. Establishing a baseline. Test an MVP to gather initial metrics and understand the starting point. 2. Measuring improvements. Iterate on the product and compare updated metrics to the baseline. 3. Pivoting or persevering. Use the data to determine whether to refine the current approach or make a strategic shift. Startups must focus on actionable metrics, data points that are specific, measurable, and directly aligned with their goals. Ries warns against relying on vanity metrics, such as follower counts or page views, which may seem impressive but provide little insight into actual progress or product market fit. Actionable metrics help startups make informed decisions and track real growth. Part 5: Continuous Innovation in the Startup Ecosystem. In the final part of the book, Ries broadens the scope of the lean startup principles, emphasizing that these ideas are not limited to startups. They can also transform large organizations, nonprofits, and even governments. The lean startup approach fosters a culture of continuous innovation, prioritizing flexibility, experimentation, and learning over rigid, traditional planning methods. Creating a supportive innovation ecosystem requires empowering teams. Give teams the autonomy to experiment and make decisions independently. Embracing failure. Treat failures as learning opportunities and a necessary part of the innovation process. Encouraging collaboration. Foster open communication and knowledge sharing across departments and teams. The lean startup methodology is more than a set of tools. It's a mindset. This mindset promotes adaptability, resilience, and a proactive approach to tackling uncertainty. Organizations of all sizes can adopt these principles to stay competitive, navigate challenges, and drive sustainable growth in an ever-evolving world. Final recommendation: The Lean Startup by Ries is a game-changing guide for navigating the challenges of entrepreneurship in a fast-paced, unpredictable world. This summary highlights its core principles, such as the build, measure, learn loop, validated learning, and innovation accounting, but the book delves much deeper into the strategies and mindset needed to thrive in today's competitive landscape. With its blend of real-world examples and actionable advice, The Lean Startup is an essential read for anyone striving to build innovative, sustainable ventures. Whether you're launching your first startup, seeking to reinvigorate an established business, or fostering a culture of innovation, this book offers insights to empower your journey. For a deeper dive into these transformative concepts, pick up the full book and explore the strategies that can help you turn uncertainty into opportunity and create lasting success.